Is it time to cancel the final experiment? I may need to do just that, as a flat earther by the name of Joe Hanvey has put forth an explanation of the 24-hour sun in Antarctica on a flat earth. So today we are going to look at his explanation, and if it's successful, I'm going to need to go ahead and cancel the final experiment. Now, before we look at this, I do need to point something out. It does not show a level of confidence when you try to explain something away before it even happens. And this seems to be the route a lot of flat earthers are going, trying to explain a 24-hour sun in Antarctica on a flat earth after saying for almost 10 years straight that there is not a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. My challenge is still out there for anyone to find me a video of a flat earther from before 2024 where they say there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. I can't find one. So now that we are going to travel to Antarctica to see what the sun actually does in the south, why is it that flat earthers all over the world are coming up with reasons as to why we are going to see a 24-hour sun in Antarctica and why this works on a flat earth? Maybe I'm wrong, but that really tells me that you don't have confidence in your model or confidence in what you've been saying all these years. If that doesn't resonate with you, consider this. What if Globers were all of a sudden making videos to explain a setting sun in Antarctica in December at 80 degrees south? What would that mean? They've only said for the last 10 years that there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica at that time and location. But all of a sudden, now that we are going to go there to see for ourselves, they start making videos to explain why the sun will set on the globe model. Don't you see? That would show that they either have been lying or that they don't have confidence in their own model. I have not heard a single Glober attempt to explain why the sun may set while we are in Antarctica this December. Not one. If you've heard one, do this, please send it to me. But every single person on the globe side has only said they are confident there will be a 24-hour sun, and if the sun does set, they will admit they were wrong. Now, I'm going to share something private with you that a prominent Glober told me. I do not have his permission to say his name, and he did tell me this in private, but I'm going to tell you what he said because it shows how confident the globe side is on their model. By the way, he's one of the 24 Globe Earth participants that I invited to participate in TFE. Here is what he said. He told me that instead of using my money and paying for one flat earther and one Glober to go to Antarctica, that I should instead pay for two flat earthers. Isn't that incredible? He's so confident that there is a 24-hour sun that he would rather two flat earthers see the 24-hour sun for themselves because Globers don't have doubts about our model. Flat earthers are all worried about the globe side faking a sun in Antarctica or hiding the sun behind clouds or a mountain, or that we're going to claim a reflection off the firmament is the 24-hour sun. And they seem to miss the importance of having a flat earther there with us to prevent us from doing these things, even though they're all impossible anyway. And here we have a Glober who's willing to send two flat earthers and 0 Globers to Antarctica because of his confidence that they will not be able to deny what they see, and he's therefore not even worried about them lying about it. So keep that in mind. Currently, only one side is showing extreme confidence in their model and what they've been saying the entire time. So let's watch Joe Hanvey's attempt to explain a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and you need to watch to the end because a lot has happened since he released his first video a few days ago.
So Wendy, this is just for you.
In case you are wondering, yes, that is the same Wendy who I've talked about a lot for turning me onto flat Earth back in 2021.
I'm going to show you that the large dome is in place and the small dome represents our vision of the sky. So going to do it and show how the 24-hour sun in Antarctica is absolutely possible on the flat Earth with the celestial dome and the way we view the sky as a concave sky.
Okay, I have a serious question for flat earthers. When Joe Handy posted this video, he had over 1,000 views, dozens or more likes and hearts, and tons of comments thanking him for figuring this out. My question is not meant to be argumentative at all. I'm not challenging you. I'm sincerely curious as to your thought process. He has the flat Earth map there, the Gleason map, which makes sense to me. That is how you believe the continents are shaped and laid out on our Earth. All good there. And he has a large plastic dome covering the map, which actually brought me back to my childhood, as we had a popcorn maker called Stir Crazy. Did anyone else have one of those? And it had this big plastic dome on it so we could watch the corn pop. But I get this dome as well. Even though we've never seen it, it theoretically would meet the Earth in Antarctica further south than anyone has traveled to. And so the fact that we don't have any evidence of it, in your mind, it still exists. Again, all good there. But this little glass paperweight that Joe put on the map directly over where we will be in Antarctica at Union Glacier, what goes through your mind when you see that? Again, not challenging you or arguing with you at all. I just would love to know what goes through your mind when you see that. Because I will tell you what goes through my mind. What in the world is that? That's what goes through my mind. There is no glass dome covering the southern tip of South America and part of Antarctica. If that was real, you do realize we would all die, right? Our plane would hit that and we would all be dead on impact. So that's what goes through my mind when I see that. What goes through your mind? I really want to know. Let's continue.
So here we go. Gonna be moving the light around the top of the celestial dome, and it will follow the path of the Tropic of Capricorn. And what you're gonna see is in the glass dome, you're gonna see the sun make a 24-hour circle in Antarctica below South America, which is, I believe, where the final experiment is going to take place. So if they're far enough south, they could very possibly see a 24-hour sun, which does not refute the flat Earth, because we can absolutely demonstrate it right here live.
A couple things. You are demonstrating it with a solid glass paperweight that you put over the specific place we will be in Antarctica. That doesn't make sense to me. I saw someone in the comments defend you, though, and say that you don't have NASA's budget, and so your demonstration is not going to be perfect. Well, if it was perfect, what would it be? Would it be a hollowed out glass paperweight dome instead of a solid one? Same problem. Our plane still crashes into it. I'm really perplexed here. Next, this demonstration puts the sun outside the firmament. A lot of flat earthers say that the sun is as low as the clouds, so which is it? Flat earthers do seem to like to bounce around a lot, and I think it's important to pick a model and not just go back and forth based on what suits you best in the conversation you're having at the time. So again, dozens of flat earthers liked this video and said they understand it and were thankful for it, with just one exception. That's right, a single flat earther noticed something in this video and pointed it out to Joe and then was ridiculed for it. Which flat earther was that? None other than Jaron Campanella. Here is Jaren's comment pointing out that the sun is going in the wrong direction. And then he was attacked and called a heliocentrist for simply pointing out that the sun in this demonstration was going the wrong direction, as the globe model has the 24-hour sun in the south going in the opposite direction of the 24-hour sun in the north. Jaren was completely right. Jaren is one of the only flat earthers that is accurately representing the globe model in all of these discussions about TFE and Antarctica and the 24-hour sun. But instead of his fellow flat earthers actually listening to what he says, they just make fun of him. I also pointed out to Joe that the sun was going the wrong direction and gave him this video showing him that the sun in his demonstration was going clockwise, when in the globe model, it would be going counterclockwise in the sky when viewed from above. And then Joe Hanvey did something really noble and honorable. He recognized his mistake and apologized. Check it out.
Okay, I'm going to issue a formal apology to everyone I interacted with yesterday. My demonstration was wrong. It was incorrect because the sun in the demonstration was moving in a clockwise circuit within the smaller dome that represents our field of view. It was moving in a clockwise circuit, whereas what we observe is a counterclockwise circuit that far south. So that's why the globe proponents propose that it would be a falsifier for the flat earth, is because of that clockwise circuit. So to Jaren from Jarenism, I apologize. I'm sorry. To Will Duffy, I apologize. I'm sorry. To Dave Weiss, I apologize. I'm sorry. To everyone else I interacted with, flat earthers and globers, I apologize for the flawed demonstration, the incorrect demonstration.
Joe, thank you. I truly appreciate your honesty here. So what happened next? Well, Joe made a new model and said that he now finally figured it out. The first thing he did to fix this problem is he removed the small glass dome. Hallelujah. Now our plane will not crash, which I am extremely grateful for. So Joe released a new video, which we will watch here.
Okay, now I'm going to try to get through this quick and make it short. You can see the celestial dome. I've gotten rid of the small dome because there was a lot of debate about that. So it's gone. All I need is the large dome over the flat earth map. This is the Gleason's map.
Okay, this is a weird one. Did you notice he's filming a reflection in the screen of a turned off cell phone? Instead of just filming the flat earth map and the dome, he's filming a reflection in a cell phone. When you watch later, you can actually see this required the use of a second person to hold a cell phone to record the reflection in the second cell phone that had its screen off. This was so peculiar to me. I asked Joe why he did this, and he did not answer directly, as you can see here. My only guess is that he was looking to invert the apparent direction of the sun to our view while he was moving his flashlight in the correct direction for the flat earth model. I don't know if that's why he did this, but that's all I can come up with, as he did not give me a straight answer. Let's continue.
This demonstration is about showing a counterclockwise, southern-facing Antarctic sun. So right here is South America, the tip of South America. This is going to be the portion of the sky right here that I have this other camera focused on. I'm going to put that other camera inside the dome, focus on this portion of the sky, and when I move this light around the Tropic of Capricorn, east to west, you're going to see a counterclockwise motion here, because there is an apparent view of the sun to everyone. Everybody has an apparent view, not an actual physical view. It's always apparent. So it's all about perspective. and the celestial dome that causes the phenomenon. It is absolutely possible in the flat earth model. This will prove it. This is repeatable. Anybody can repeat it. So I encourage you, get a dome, get a map, set up some cameras, get a flashlight, do it yourself. Obviously, if I could get the flashlight inside the dome, it would be even better because you're going to see more of a night zone and a day zone. But unfortunately, I only have 2 hands and I'm trying to get it done. But at some point I will. I'll get the light inside of there and I'll make it happen from the inside just so you can see it that way too.
Actually, if you put the light inside the dome to get a day zone and a night zone, then this reflection that you're looking for on the firmament would not happen anymore. So this requires you to have the sun outside the dome.
But this is beautiful because it's repeatable. Anybody can do it. Now what I'm going to do is get this camera right here set up on the inside, facing where I want it to face. First, let me kind of zoom in just a touch. Go ahead, lift her up, slide her in. So she's faced on that portion of the sky. Now I'm going to move the light around the Tropic of the Tropic of Capricorn, east to west. And when you see this finished video, you are going to see a counterclockwise, east to west sun in the southern part of the celestial dome based off of perspective. I've already shown the video, but I said that I would do a video like this so everybody could see what I'm doing. And here you go. This is it. You're going to see it. It works. Absolutely works. It completely gets rid of the so-called 24-hour counterclockwise sun being a falsifier for the flat earth. As I am clearly demonstrating, it is possible.
Okay, this is the solution that Joe Hanvey is putting forth as how to explain a 24-hour sun in Antarctica on a flat Earth. Now, after releasing this new video, flat earthers did not wait for people to critique it, such as other flat earthers who can actually accurately represent the globe model, like Jaron, or globe earthers like myself. So people like Dave Weiss went ahead and started promoting this video as proof as to why the final experiment is not final and why a 24-hour sun works on a flat Earth. Now, I saved these screenshots and videos in case Flat Earth Dave deletes them. So, do we need to cancel the final experiment? The answer is no, we do not. Joe, I truly appreciate your efforts here, but this still does not accurately represent the globe model. When the globe model says the sun goes counterclockwise in the south, we are talking about from a perspective of above the sun. It's a little confusing as a 24-hour sun actually does circles all around you. So here is something that I think will better help everyone understand. On the globe model, in the north, so the Arctic, not the Antarctic, the sun always goes from the left to the right. The circle around you is always from the left to the right. And then in the south, in the Antarctic, the sun always moves from the right to the left. Always. Right to left. In your new model, there is still movement in the wrong direction. Keep in mind as well that you can only view the 24-hour sun if you are inside the circle of the 24-hour sun. In your videos, the sun is being viewed from outside the circle, which is just going to cause confusion, and it's not the best perspective for what you would actually see with a 24-hour sun. Hope this helps. Take care.